Camera?
Yes. It's red. You're on.
Are we on the international
You're,
camera too?
yes, we are.
We're on. Hey, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or wherever you are on the international camera. Once again, I'm sorry, and you know why. We start every show by saying that. And thank you for tuning in on the Facebook feeds and to the radio feeds. Thank you, everybody. And we're getting ready for all Aretha on the radio feed and all fun.
To the WTF show on KUHSdenver.com. Today,
Nice.
WTF
Isn't that nice?
really does
That's
stand
nice. I
for
like that.
Fast.
You got to keep talking over the
Okay,
sound so that
Oh, I kept.
they don't
They don't go off. That's right.
turn us off for copyright.
Oh, copyright infringement. I know. All that fun stuff. And we're going to have a little bit of Aretha there, starting out with respect.
That's what you tell. Give me some respect.
Well, you
That's
know,
what's
and
up.
didn't you love the Fox News? I mean, let's talk about Aretha. They put the wrong picture up. Hey, guess what, Fox? Not all black people look alike. God. That was my favorite. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, Jack said he loved Aretha in the Blues Brothers. Yes, me too. That was a great. That was great. And oh, somebody said my hair is cute. How do you like that?
Your hair is cute.
I know it's.
I told you from day one, when whoever gave you that haircut.
It's Elizabeth DiGiorgio, and
did
she's
a
at
fine
Story
job.
Brick Salon, and she just gave us a free haircut and service, which is worth quite a bit of money, to auction off for the Camp Wapi Yapi auction coming
Isn't that
up.
cool?
So yeah, she's like a premier. She does all of the hair for like Denise Plant, the people in Colorado and Company, and a lot of the people on television and radio here in town.
Except me.
Except you. Well, you don't need it. You've got perfect hair, Henry. You've got perfect hair. But anyway, back to Aretha. She lived. I wouldn't say a long life at 76, because by today's standards, people can live a little bit longer than that. But she lived a good life, and she sure left a legacy of love and music. And so we're thrilled to be able to play an uninterrupted hour of Aretha. And I will be posting that, as I mentioned, on my Facebook page, WTF Radio Network. So if you want to hop on there, and you'll be able to download and get the mix from today with all music and no talk, really. There's a couple station IDs, and that's it. Suspended everything on the radio side, because you know what? She deserves that much respect. And so, very pleased. And how'd you like President Trump when he said she had worked for him?
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. Okay. I think he was getting her mixed up with Omarosa. But, oh my God, can you believe all this crazy that's coming out of there this week? Last 2 weeks, it's been nuts. It's been nuts. All kind of crazy.
It's been so funny.
You don't know who's crazier. I mean, it's like,
Like, tell me something though, Rhonda. How do they run the government when he's firing everybody?
I don't
Who's
know.
running the government? I mean, what is?
I think it's the best people. When you hire the best people, they stick around for approximately 3.5 months. And then they leave.
And then their pay grade is like at what, $300,000 to start with, a signing bonus.
Oh, that's right.
And don't forget the umbrella when they leave.
I'm getting a bunch of dings. Maybe it's from my Facebook. Did you hear it?
What was
ding,
dinging?
ding, ding? I don't know. I think
Really,
it's from my feed.
Rhonda,
I'm going to just get up and see if I can turn
what-
off the sound or something.
What was? No, you don't even have to worry about that.
I don't?
Sit down,
Oh, all right.
Rhonda. You got ants in your pants.
I do. I always do.
You do.
I'm one of those people. Just move all the time. We're going to talk about all kinds of. What is all that dinging? Oh, it's people coming on board.
Yes, that's all it is.
Oh, it's all of the people listening.
Yes,
Okay, I
it's
got it.
okay,
Hey,
Rhonda.
Jackie Robertson. Jackie Robertson. She went to junior high and high school with me and lived up in the mountains, and we had so much fun. So thank you for tuning in. Jackie is great. Jacqueline, she goes by now, I bet. So. She said, oh, hi to you too, honey. All right, so it's fun to get everybody connected on Facebook and an international camera. So I've got international news today. I thought it'd be kind of fun to step away a little bit from the Washington news and to do some stuff from around the world. What do you think?
I'm in.
All right, so we'll start out with some news from Berlin. The German government says it has no, should I do it like a news person?
Yes.
Okay. Berlin. The German government says it has no preparations for possibility that aliens might land in that European country. Seriously. Okay. I mean, how could you be so unprepared, right? In response to a question from opposition Green Party lawmaker Dieter Janek, the government said there are no protocols or plans for a possible first contact with alien life. Justifying that stance, the government added it believes a first contact on German territory is extremely unlikely, based on today's scientific knowledge. Janacek linked the government's response to the media article on Saturday. Separately, in German news, the agency reported Saturday that the children's classic book, The Little Prince, has been translated into Klingon. You know Klingon? Remember that from the race that's from the Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Yeah.
I
And
still
book,
love Star
here's
Trek.
the book's
Didn't you like
title,
Star
The Little
Trek?
Prince in Klingon. I'm gonna speak Klingon. I bet you guys didn't know I could do that, right? Is That's it. That means Little Prince. I can just, maybe I should do a whole show in Klingon. What do you think? You know what I just said?
Yes.
We can't repeat it. We're trying to keep the show not X-rated. I think. Oh, anyway, yeah. The book. I mean, they have a book printed. This is legitimate news here, folks. Somebody printed out a book, The Little Prince, in Klingon, and it's selling like hotcakes. Can you imagine? There you go. Anyway, I don't know. It makes you crazy, doesn't it? My favorite story, I'm going to wait, though. It's going to be later in the show, and it's from Bogota, Colombia, but we're going to wait on that because it's a doozy. That's all I'm going to say. So let's talk about some other things that are kind of, this is all true stories, by the way. This is true news that should be fake, but it's actually not, okay? I mean, this is what gets you, because it's worse than the fake news. In Minnesota, well, that explains that. It's too cold up there. A sheriff's deputy and reserve deputy from one of the counties spotted a group of 5 women on a large inflatable rainbow unicorn floating on a fish lake on Saturday. They were stranded.
Oh, I seen that, yeah.
That's ridiculous. They report that the deputies pulled out their squad car over and asked the women for a photo and noticed the raft was stuck in the weeds. So they threw a rope and they, recorded it and they pulled the women in and they were all in their bathing suits. And I'll bet that was really rough duty sheriff officers.
Rough duty.
That was pretty tough. With a handful of laughs and some rescuing rope skills, they pulled them back to the dock and they saved the women stranded on a unicorn in the middle of a lake. Hey, kumquats. Doesn't that sound like like the big duck in Teresa's pool?
Yes.
Anyway, Deputy Scotty Finnegan threw the rope and he saved the women. They want to put him up for a medal. I think that's funny.
It would have been even more funnier. Let's say they got, out there in that area and they were like without any clothes. They were just sunbathing or something.
Oh! Now who would do that?
You women would.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's Arden. Hi, Arden. How are you? Yeah, we women would. Well, we have done that a few times in my younger days. But skinny dipping.
Yeah, it was fun. I still love the
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Until, one time I went skinny dipping before they built all the homes in our valley. They had Leiden Lake. And we were up at Leiden Lake and we were, I don't know, in junior high or something.
Having fun.
Yeah, and we just had to go skinny dip. We rode our bikes up there, a bunch of girls. And
you don't have no bathing suits, so you say, let's
so
pull up
we
all
jumped
our
in
clothes.
and delivered, and there was nobody with us, just a bunch of girls, except that we didn't know that a bunch of boys that were around there saw us, and they stole our clothes.
Oh.
And we were like stuck in that water for about an hour screaming
Trying to
at them.
figure out what we
And then
could do.
slowly, finally we had to get out and get our clothes. It was just, oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Never mind.
Just, hey. But yeah, it was funny. And you ever do that? Go skinny dipping?
Oh yes, that was fun. That's what I was telling you. It's always fun to go skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It was a good time. Of course, wouldn't do it now. Wouldn't be
What
so,
are you doing there, Rhonda?
I don't know. They'd probably arrest you. It'd be like going to, my goal in life is when I'm about 87-ish, hopefully I get that long, is to walk into Burger King at 3 in the morning totally naked and just scream the word kumquat. And see what happens.
Make sure you can really say that
Oh,
word
see
right.
how, yeah, oh yeah.
Because if you're not,
Yeah, if you're too old,
yay!
I might have to change the word.
You were almost ready to say,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
No, don't say it. But
gonna
I
say
just think it'd be really funny. I can't wait to be so old that I can do really strange stuff like that and just.
I try to pull that off now.
Yeah, you did.
You know, I could play it out like, hey, can you help me, man? And
Right.
try to lean on somebody.
I don't think they're going to buy it, Henry. You know
They bought
why?
it a couple of times.
Because you're a runner and
I
your
know.
body's in too good a shape.
Yeah.
So you got to
Try
get,
to
you
pull it
got to let it go to
Yeah.
hell before you do that.
Let it go.
Let it go to hell. Once your
What
body goes to
happened?
hell, you can get away with all kinds of stuff like that. But
that's
but
funny.
now you can't. Okay, so here's another story from, oh gosh, from Virginia. Oh boy. Here we go. The Roanoke Times. Okay, what is wrong with people? Can anybody, if you know what's wrong with people, just text me and tell me. All right, Roanoke Times reports that 57-year-old Debbie Mccullough is accused of mooning the stands at
Jesus.
Thursday at an incident where basically her husband coaches the Glengar High School junior varsity softball, and she mooned the other team.
Oh my freaking God.
She's 57. Nobody wants to see that. I hate to.
You
Debbie,
don't know.
You know.
You don't know.
I mean, what is
There's
wrong
some
with you?
good
Your
looking
husband's the coach.
57-year-old
Your
ladies.
husband's the coach. You get up and drop trout. That's just, bam.
Drop trout. I've never heard that one before.
Really?
I like that one.
Well, I bet you've done it.
I know.
But I mean, oh my God, who would do that?
Her.
I guess her. So anyway, they did drop indecent exposure charges, and I think she's just going to do community service and
That's dumb though. Why
some other things.
Is that really indecent?
I don't. You know what? I think it would be cruel and unusual punishment
That's
for a
what I'm
57-year-old
saying.
shoulder ass to a bunch of 18-year-olds.
They have brain damage for the rest of their life. They have to go to
God.
counseling and everything.
I mean, oh yeah, that would wreck them for life. That'd turn them all gay. What happened to the baseball team? Don't know. Maybe showed her butt. Oh my God! I mean,
Yeah, you gotta
That's
do what you
horrible.
gotta do.
I mean, okay. It just my brain went on like
Yeah.
scramble when I read that. I'm like, seriously. You know. And her
Good
husband.
God, what is that?
Her husband's her husband. I bet he killed her when they got home. I mean, I'm surprised she had to go to court because he probably just like took her out. Oh my God! You know? Anyway, yeah, I'd be like, okay,
Okay, you're done.
you're done. And you know, she almost deserved it. Jeez, that's so stupid. All right, so here's the grossest news story that I found all year. So get ready, folks. In London, there's a museum, right? The Museum of London. And London has fantastic museums, by the way. If you've ever been there or you plan to go there, oh my God, they're incredible. But this takes the cake, okay? Museum of London says a chunk of oil, fat, diapers, and baby wipes that blasted out of a sewer last year is now part of their permanent collection. What the French fry is that? Oh my God. Who's that one?
Hi from Tennessee.
Oh, hey, Tennessee. Love Tennessee. My daughter and her her then fiance, we went to Vanderbilt for his medical program.
She's at a Titanic conference.
Oh, that's
Her
great.
name is Penelope Carlavato.
Hey, I have a fact about the Titanic. Do you know Americans eat more weight in potato chips every year than the actual Titanic weighed? That's how many potato chips we consume.
Well, but you know what I heard too about the Titanic? They had an actual swimming pool on the Titanic, and it's still filled up. You know.
Oh, yeah, of course. Listen, Ruth said, "Hi, Rhonda," and "Oh, Henry." Oh, Henry. That's his new name.
I had some O. Henry shirts too.
We get those candy bars. We should be giving them away.
Yes, that would.
You know, I don't know. It's crazy. Hey, listen, if you guys want to check
candy,
out,
little girl.
no, no, old man. Hey, if you want to check out the Aretha,
sure you don't want no candy?
want to look for my puppy? Oh my God! I mean,
I want to look for my puppy. His name is O. Henry.
anyway, stop. I'm trying to tell
okay,
something
go
really
ahead. I'm
important.
sorry.
It's all Aretha on the radio today because obviously you know why. But that feed will be put on my Facebook page at WTF Radio Networks. If you want to get that later, to have that full hour of music with very little interruption, no fake news, nothing, just her and a few station IDs, and also on my personal Facebook page. So either one, you'll be able to grab that after the show, and also most likely on the KUHSdenver.com page as well.
You
So
bet.
just wanted to let everybody know that. And that was really, you know,
One of
what
the
a
best-
loss of talent.
You know, like at the very end, I loved when she did that last performance at the Kennedy Center in front of Barack Obama.
Yeah, wasn't that
Brought him
incredible?
to tears.
It brought everybody to tears in the room. And did you see the clip that they had on with her at her father's church, because her father was a minister in
A very wealthy one.
in he was
He really was.
in the South. I think it was Mississippi. And she went back to the church where she sang her first song because she's got her roots in gospel music. And so she went, heading out to eat. Great show. Prayers for continued success. Oh, I love Jack. Thank you, Jack. You're a sweetheart. He went to college with me at Western Illinois University. He was one of our big brothers at the sorority. So.
I bet you he was.
Okay. Anyway,
He was the big brother.
He's a great guy. So anyway, just wanted to say that, you know, so she got her start in gospel music, as we all know, and in that particular church, and she went back and did an interview and sang Rock of Ages. I don't know, did you see that?
Yes,
Oh my God,
all those
it was
performances.
so powerful. I mean,
yes, like,
the emotion in it and the power behind it.
you see how she just
just,
walks up
oh.
on stage and she just kind of just floats up on stage, but when she starts, she kind of starts up and
she
just
transforms.
yes.
She transforms. And that's the case with most of those, I would say, superstars.
Mhm.
They have something inside them that when they get in front of people, they just that charisma, that
Yeah.
just that
They
stage
get the
presence
energy off the audience.
comes on. No Big Brother. Yeah, here's my Big Brother government. Me neither, Jack. That's one thing we can agree on. No Big
Sorry,
Brother.
Jack.
But they all transform like that. Diana Ross, who I met many years ago, back when in the 80s, and she's not very nice, by the way.
No.
Just so you know, she's not nice. She ain't too nice of a person. But anyway, I met her and had an opportunity to spend some time with her. And when she got on stage, she literally sparkled.
Wow.
I mean, it's like their whole person just comes alive. It's amazing. And I would say that she's got some of the.
And that's how Michael Jackson was too. He's so
Mhm,
shy, just walk around so innocent like. But then when he would get on that stage, I got the opportunity to see him twice.
Did you really? I saw him at the
Twice.
Victory Tour.
I saw him as a little tiny boy, then I saw him as a big man.
Wow.
He killed it. I mean, he was so powerful.
When the Victory Tour came here in the 80s, if you remember, our radio station I worked for at the time was one of the stations that sponsored it, Kim, and I was able to go backstage and meet the Jacksons and go to that concert, and it was amazing. I mean, he is truly one of the most gifted performers of our lifetime.
Of all time.
Yeah, I think entertainer. I really do. Regardless of what you think about him.
Well, that was brought on because there's so much hatred on the dark side that comes forward to just try to destroy somebody
I still don't
who's
believe
so
it.
bright.
I don't care what you say. I don't believe it.
And even
I
if we
think
did,
he's
so
weird,
what?
but I don't.
what happened? Okay, so what about his music, right?
Yeah.
And his
Well, his
performances?
music is incredible, and
His
I just personally don't believe it. I know people that have worked for him and have been in the studio with him recording, and know people very well, relatives that have done that, and they say that they would never believe that of him. So.
What if he was a Catholic priest?
Well, I don't believe that of all of them either.
There's been a lot of that going on. Isn't there?
Did you see the thing out that now there's a whole bunch of evangelical ministers and Catholic priests and all kinds of people coming forward? So that stuff isn't just confined to one religion. But it's also
not confined to anything.
Yeah, it's not confined to anything. And it's also, I still believe, a small percentage of the clergy and of the people that are out there in the religious world participating in those activities. The problem comes
I like the way participating in those activities.
The problem comes when it's covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where the big issue is. You don't know. Somebody could fool you. They go in a seminary at 18. You have no background check. You don't know anything about them. But once you find out, then you should be turning them to the police. You shouldn't be hiding them, sticking them in some place, thinking you're going to reform them. It's a crime.
Reform.
Well, you're not going to. You're not going to. So the reality is that's where the problem is in the cover up. Because and then by covering up, allowing these people to get together and they put them all in one place to. And so and then now you've got a whole group of them when they get out. It's that part is an abomination, and it's it truly the Catholic Church is extremely guilty of cover up with that, and that's where I take issue with them, on that. And any religion that would cover that up, it needs to go directly to the police. That's it. That's where it belongs. But
gee, Rhonda, you really got
I did
all serious. Okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, come on, we went from happy joking and I started getting
I can't joke about some things.
I know that, but I just
can't joke about that. Well, you could. I mean, we got a few jokes about that.
We got a few jokes.
Yeah, we could. Okay, we could. Hey, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I'm going to change the subject and tell a funny story. This is about when I was walking down the street. It's a couple years ago, and like if you take I had done the laundry, and when you just take your clothes off and throw them in the laundry, and you don't really think, and so
you were at the laundromat taking your clothes off, throwing them in the laundry.
So I'd done the laundry, and I put on my jeans, and I didn't realize that there was a pair of underwear stuck in the leg of the jeans. Okay, so that happens sometimes, seriously. So I'm walking down the street to go to my doctor, and I'm walking down the street, and I feel this funny thing. I'm like, I'm going like this, I'm going like this, and all of a sudden, and then there's this nice-looking, about 40-year-old young man next to me, and he's looking at me because I'm, moving my leg, and I'm like, and out falls a thong. This is a true story. Out falls, and I'm like, oh my God! Now I'm mortified. He looks at me, I look at him, I'm like, and I just looked up and I said to him, do you have this effect on all women, or was it just me? And I thought he was going to die. He went down on this. I mean, he fell down the ground on the sidewalk right there. He was laughing so hard. I was like, oops, pick it up. I'm like, oh my God. Then I went in the doctor's office and was purple, and the girl behind there, because I'd been there frequently, was like, what's wrong? And I go, you won't believe what just happened. That was one of my most embarrassing moments.
Well, one of these times we were in this cafeteria at our school, and they had this rail up on top. It was like 2 levels. And you could look over into the cafeteria, and they had this rail. And a bunch of us guys were like bending over the rail like this, right? It was really funny. And all of a sudden, from behind, this chick grabbed my butt.
Ooh.
I jumped up and looked around. She said, oh, my God, I grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, I've done that.
Then she said, yeah. And she goes, but it was sure cute, though.
I've done that.
Yeah, she grabbed the wrong guy.
Because, from the back.
Yeah, from the back you can't tell because they're all bent over. So.
I've actually done that. I thought I was going to pinch somebody that I knew, and it was somebody I didn't know.
Or this. I was at a nightclub, and I used to have real long hair. It was reddish hair. I had reddish hair back then. And I was sitting there, and I was super thin, too. I was leaning against the bar, and this guy says, hey, you want a dent? Oops.
Well, you
I would have got a haircut that on Monday.
Yeah, you should have danced with him. You never know.
He thought I was a chick from behind. He thought I had a nice ass.
All right, so I'm going to see if we got some more crazy news here. I'm saving this one. And I did the London. Did I finish the London Museum one? No, I didn't. I just stopped in the middle. ADD. Okay. The Museum of London. I started this, and then we went off on a tangent. Said that a chunk of oil, diapers, baby wipes blasted out of a sewer last year is now part of its permanent collection at the Museum of London. I mean, this is the grossest story ever. They said Tuesday night that the highly toxic lump will be stored in a secure case and displayed online via fat cam so viewers can watch it change. Is this the stupidest thing you've ever heard in your life? There's Elizabeth. Oh, hi, Holly. How are you? I mean, this is the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my life. So a chunk of crap basically comes out of a sewer in London. It's a bunch of oil, and it's made this lump of diapers and baby wipes and sewer stuff, and they put it in the museum, and they put a camera on it so people can watch it change. The Fatberg. It's called a Fatberg instead of an iceberg. I got one of those right here.
No, leave your clothes on.
Fatberg was on display at the museum for several months this year. What the fudge? Yeah, wasn't that foolish? Okay. I mean, oh my God. Okay, so this Fatberg is on display. A Fatberg on display at a museum for several months this year, nestled inside transparent boxes to protect visitors from potentially deadly bacteria.
Oh my freaking God.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever read. This is true. You can't make this stuff up. This is actually true news. It's not fake. It's true. All right. So anyway, and the noxious smell. Oh, imagine that.
Where would that come from?
Anyway, the museum says since coming off display, the Fatberg has started to grow an unusual toxic mold form that's visible. I can't even say this without throwing up. With visible yellow pustulates.
Rhonda, what are you bringing into the what the?
Which has been identified as asparagus.
Oh.
Okay, this is so weird. I can't stand it.
Why are you bringing this into
this? Because it was so weird.
Is this real news?
This is real. This is real. This is truly real. It comes from London, from the Associated Press, and the Associated Press is real. So
did you go to Snoops and make sure? This
is real. This is real. You can actually go online and look at the fat lump if you want to. It's called fatberg.com.
I'm sorry.
If I knew people would pay for
it's Rhonda. I'm going to give her drugs. Don't worry. I ordered them online from
Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
From London for her.
If I knew people would pay to see fat, I'd have been naked a long time ago. Hey, baby, just hand me the money. Look, here it is. Put the cam on it. Put the cam on it. Just pay.
And a big long line out the door. Where are you going? I'm going to go see the fat.
The Fatberg. That's going to be the new name for my husband, Fatberg.
Oh, no.
I shouldn't say that.
Rhonda.
Oh yeah, he is not listening today, so we can pick.
That's why you're doing that.
Yeah, we can have some fun.
Hey, this is being recorded.
Hey Becky,
what? This is being recorded.
I know. So let's see who's on that side over there.
We
should say hi to some of our folks that have tuned in. So yeah, international camera. If you are in London, and we usually have about 12,000 people from around the world on that camera that tune in, and then more a little bit later. Go see the Fatberg. Why not? You know? Okay, anyway, on that note, we'll go to Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, Rhode Island, this is kind of interesting, and it's not funny, it's just weird, is marking the end of the World War II as a state holiday. So when World War II ended, they have a state holiday in Rhode Island, and it's the only state in the U.S. that has that. It's the only state that actually honors the end of World War II with a holiday, a day off by the state.
Well, that's a good idea to make up something to have a holiday with.
Are you drinking Starbucks coffee, or did you?
She's just drinking. She's not. No,
I'm just drinking.
She just uses the Starbucks cup to make it look good, but the tequila bottle's in the other room.
Oh, Starbuds. Oh, she's asking about Starbuds.
Oh, Starbuds.
I went to Starbuds.
Yeah, she buys the
other day.
medicinals.
Yeah, I did. I bought some medicinal
Yeah.
at Starbuds the other day. I went into Starbuds, and I didn't know what to do. Starbuds now this is a true story. Starbuds, for those of you who don't know, is a marijuana shop that's across the street from my house. How convenient.
How convenient.
Yeah. I mean, hey, there's two of them, the light shade and then the Starbuds. And right on that strip, I've said this before, it's amazing. There's Starbuds, light shades, all right, a tattoo parlor, a strip club, and a restaurant called Ho-Ho's. And they're just right there.
So all the ho-hos go to the strip club, or does it vice versa?
I'm not sure, but it's...
And then they go to Starbuds. They get lit up at Starbuds, go to ho-hos, and then go naked dance at the...
Yeah, I guess.
strip
I don't
club.
know. It's... So anyway, I went... The Ho-Ho's is really good, by the way, if you live up
What do
north.
they serve?
It's Chinese food. And I'm not sure because it's like $5.
Are all the cats missing out of
I
the
think
neighborhood?
so, because it's like $5, and it's the best Chinese food ever. And you get like two things, an entree. You get rice. You get like little crab things. You get the egg
The
rolls,
cats.
and you get something to drink for $4.95.
Jeez.
I mean, you can't beat it.
No.
But I'm wondering. Every time I'm like, I wonder if this is cat. And it's
I
so
told
good you don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. Everybody complains about they have this dog thing in China and they cook, dogs and pets and stuff. Well, look what we do. We get a pig and stuff an apple in its mouth and bury it in the ground and roast. Well, what's the difference?
I know, there's probably no different. Actually, a pig is smarter than any of those animals. Probably worse. Anyway, so
What's it doing in the
Starbuds. So I
ground?
made a trip to Starbuds the other day, and because I wanted to get I did want to get medicinal. And it was so funny because I walked in Starbuds, and I looked around, and I didn't know what to do because I'd never bought medicinal.
Serious?
And the guy comes up and he says, "Can I help you?" And he starts telling me about, indica and sativa and purple haze.
She sure knows a lot about it.
And I said, no, I don't need any help like that. I perfectly understand everything when it comes to this side of the aisle. I said, but I don't get anything when it comes to the medical side, the stuff that doesn't make you wasted. And then there was about 10 people in there, and they started cracking up because I'm like, I don't know anything about the stuff that doesn't make you wasted.
So he gave you an edible.
No, I got some cream, arthritic cream, because my husband's
Put it all
knee.
over there.
Yeah, I did. I ate it. No, just, oh my God. But my husband's knee was killing him, and he hasn't slept in a few days. So I thought, well, I'm going to go get him some of that. So I got him some, and boy, oh boy, that just took out the pain just like that. And so it really helped his arthritis. But it was so weird because I went in there, and usually, you go in there, you buy something fun, but I just bought pain stuff. It's kind of weird, like, what is that? You switched when we were younger. We were doing pot and all this other stuff and having fun, and now we're taking aspirin and arthritic medicine. And
I don't take none of that stuff.
But it was pretty.
They say sex is good for that.
Could be.
I'm
thinking about it.
She got taken aback by that.
Well, then that brings me right to this story.
Okay,
so
good.
That was a
It's like a
perfect
lead-in.
This is a lead into this is the best story ever, okay? Bogota, Colombia. Health officials in one Colombian coastal city have a controversial recommendation for residents trying to stay cool during an intense heat wave. Take a break from sex. And literally, they told the residents, no, don't have sex.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, seriously. The Santa Marta City Health Secretary Julio Salazar sparked a mix of laughter and disbelief this week when he urged the residents of the Caribbean tourist Mecca to refrain from sex during the day as part of the list of recommendations and stay hydrated and wearing loose clothing to prevent overheating. Now, seriously, I think tourism just went up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Think about this. I'm
Yeah,
not sure if the heat wave is because everybody was having sex and it collectively
Yeah,
raised the
yeah.
temperature of this place in Colombia. In
Well,
Bogota.
if you're going to have sex, you should have it like on Saturday and on Sunday. You know,
And Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
There we go. I was waiting for you. You took a little time. I mean, it's not like you, Rhonda. I mean,
Hey,
you gave it a second, and then
I was thinking about it.
you're thinking about.
But seriously, you know, so I wasn't sure if it like collectively they raised it, or it was, you know, the entire, or it was just, no, there's so much sex that they have such hot sex there that it's actually bad for your health. Either way, my next vacation will be in October, and it will be in Colombia. I'm going, you know, but I'm not going.
No, they're not allowing you to have any. So you're going to not.
That's only because of the heat wave. Once summer's gone, then you can go, like in the winter.
Well, you don't want them preventing you from having sex.
Well, I'm going to go there, but I'm not
What if
taking.
they-
But
they
I'm not
give you
going
a-
with the group. I'm telling you that right now. It's not going to be a group tour. It's going to be
No group sex.
no,
right?
no group tour. It's. I mean, sex is considered only a moderate physical activity, as much as the strain on the heart is by walking up 2 flights of stairs, according to the American Heart Association. By the way,
It is not. No.
well, they've been doing it
strain.
wrong then.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good God Almighty.
Oh, no. Anyway, the temperature in Santa Marta has soared past 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and they say that the medical facilities in the city of 600,000 have been overwhelmed with patients complaining of stroke, heat stroke, nausea, and headaches. So their advice was stop having sex all day long.
Oh, shoot. How boring.
I mean, it's been hotter than that here, and nobody stopped having
Yeah.
sex, have they?
No.
Okay, I mean, you know,
Like you can have it on Saturday, Sunday,
there you go.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can have it any
In the
day.
daytime and the night.
Yeah.
But you know, what is that? Was I will not have green eggs and ham. I will not have them Sam I am. Would you have them in a box? Would you have them with a box? Would you have it with a,
You might as well.
would you have it in a car? How about in a bar? I mean,
Anywhere, as long as it's a bar.
here or there, would you have it anywhere? No, I mean, oh my God. But I was like, that is the dumbest thing too.
Have you ever rode in one of those old cars? How big they are, and the back seat is huge.
Oh yeah,
You have.
I've ridden a car like that.
Really? How about the back seat?
I'm not going to answer any questions about the back seats of any cars. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, that's.
She smiled. Since I brought up the back seat.
Hey, you know what?
See, now interrupt with that so
There-
you can get to the back seat
There
of the
are
car.
a few people in this world that, when I think of them, they bring a very mysterious smile on my face. Those are the people that when you're sitting alone in a rocking chair in your old age, you'll still smile.
Hey, what do you think, Rhonda? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I thought
You know,
that,
rocking chairs are really nice to have.
I don't even want to go there, but why?
But what about those other hanging those hanging chairs that hang from the ceiling?
Oh, yeah, those are kind of fun. All right, anyway,
See?
trapezes.
I rest my case.
Okay, we're just going to stop right now. All right, we're going down the wrong path here, Henry. Get back.
I didn't say nothing. I was just asking you about the. You said rocking chairs, and
Pull back, pull back.
Something came to mind, you know.
Anyway, how did we get to this point? I don't even know what happened. It's been crazy.
It was the temperature in here rose steadily like Bogota. Or what was
Yeah, that's
it?
what it was. But I still can't believe that. It's like, hey, there's a heat wave, so quit having sex. I think it's I really do think it's a tourist marketing campaign.
Yeah,
People are like, really?
huh?
It's too hot. Well, I'm going there.
You even said it.
I
I'm
know.
going.
It's a great marketing campaign. All right, so I've got news from Washington, and this is from my favorite news source, The Onion. And of course, we know that and it's political, so here we go. But it's not too bad. Washington, can I do the Washington sound? Washington, growing increasingly flustered. While pounding on the front door and pleading to come inside, President Trump reportedly was locked out of the White House on Thursday after accidentally revoking his own security clearance. Come on, just open the door, guys. I didn't mean to strip myself of access to classified information. I thought I was signing the paper to strip everybody else of theirs. I made a mistake. Please, I'm sorry. I really want to come back inside. It's an honest mistake. Oh, nope. It's starting to rain. Please, please let me in. At press time, Trump pressed his face up against the trap and tapped on the window at the Oval Office, prompting John Kelly to pull the blinds.
Is this a real story?
Well, what do you think?
No.
Locked out of the White House.
That
That's pretty funny.
would have been nice.
That'd be me. I get locked out of the house all the time.
Serious.
Oh yeah, I locked out of houses, cars, leave the keys in the car running. I mean, you know.
You got to have all these electronic devices that open up the home.
Yeah, I need one of those. I'm too dumb to have a smart house, but if I would love to have one.
I just go and hit I forgot my keys. I forgot the code.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I would love to have a smart house, but you know, They're a little bit out of my league. I do have a burglar alarm that I can set from my phone. That's
And you
it.
turn it off so you can come in.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Hey, burglar.
Yeah.
Well, you know, did I tell you somebody broke in my house the other day? Did I tell you about this?
Mm.
Yeah, I was there, and they apparently these burglars, didn't think that anybody was there. They broke into my house. There's two guys standing there, and they were looking for money, I guess. So I helped them look. We found nothing.
Nothing.
You didn't even hear that.
I heard that. You found nothing. It took me a minute.
I helped them look for the money.
You found nothing. Yeah, that's about right. That's what would happen to me. They're like,
Help them look.
I said that before. They stole my identity. My credit rating went up 5 points. It's like, I had no money.
Yeah, they stole my identity.
It's all gone. I
Your
don't know.
credit rating went way up.
I don't know what happened to it. I guess
You
it went
fixed it.
up in smoke.
She
Anyway,
was down at the Bluebird Botanical.
yeah,
Oh no, that's not it.
Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
They should be a sponsor. All this free publicity.
Yes.
But no, seriously, that's the best cream ever for your arthritis. And who have we got on here? Rich Clance.
And then on
I
this
can't
side we
talk
have
today.
Rita, Fish.
Darcy,
She goes
Rita.
by
We've
Fish.
got
Yeah.
all kinds. Rita, Fish.
There's more than this, but I can't refresh it because I have to keep it.
Oh,
up there.
there's all kinds of people hopping on both channels. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in. We're having a good time today. I'm going to read some fun facts before I read my other outrageous Washington news story. I've only got 2 today because
Read out of your diary.
out of my diary. Oh, I should bring. You know what? I will bring my little kid diary here one day. And
Well,
you'll just read
isn't
it.
this your diary?
No, this is just fun facts.
This is your diary.
No, it's fun facts.
As I slowly slid my hand up.
Stop. I'm going to bring my diary. Like, he's so cute.
He's so cute.
He looked at me.
Do you remember the slam books?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, ick. Oh, I love him. He's so cute.
Yeah. Or you'd write your name 500 times on a PG folder.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that I used to write mine on my PG folder in high school, and I married him. Rhonda and Patty, Rhonda. But anyway, I want to make a couple of quick announcements. I want to announce that tomorrow is Cancer League's Race for Research, and it is the 22nd annual event. I've been involved in it for many, many years. It is the 19th, which is tomorrow at 9 a.m. at Washington Park in Denver. So if you haven't registered, you can do that at the event, and it is a great cause. Cancer League is 100% volunteer, and 100% of the money stays right here in Colorado and supports research and organizations that support cancer patients, like my favorite organization, Camp Wapi Yapi. Camp Wapi Yapi is a summer camp for children that have cancer, and it's free, and they and their siblings can go and just get back a week of childhood. So Cancer League's a big supporter of that. So if you want to get out to Washington Park tomorrow, walk around, go to the expo, have pancakes and beer. Pancake and beer gardens at 9 in the morning sounds good to me. But anyway, if you want to do that, it would be wonderful, and you should get out there and support Cancer League of Colorado. They are a great organization, and like I said, 100% volunteer, 100% Colorado.
Nice. You know, one thing I wonder about is kegs in eggs and cakes or whatever.
Oh, eggs and kegs, yeah.
Imagine how bad the flatulence
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah, I'm not going to that event. No. So I brought some things in this funny little book that I brought, and this is the world's longest person's name. This is the name of a person, and I'm going to try to read this name, but it's the world's longest name, okay? Adolph, Blaine, Charles, David, Earl, Frederick, Gerald, Hubert, Irving, John, Kenneth, Lloyd, Martin, Nero, Oliver, Paul, Quincy, Randolph, Sherman, Thomas, Uncas, Victor, William, Zaris, Yancey, Zeus, and this is the last name, folks, Wolfschlegelstein Hoffenbergendorf, Sr.
You sure this ain't a gang out of Germany?
I don't know, that's pretty weird, isn't it? Did you hear that name?
So when you call him up on the phone, you just have to say Zeus there.
I don't know who you'd ask for. Hi, may I speak to David or Frederick, Gerald, Hubert, Ivan, John, Kenneth, Lloyd, Martin, Nero, Oliver?
And they say, who is that? Well, that's my brother's lover's mother's former roommate, twice removed
That's
from
crazy. Well, there's Melody. Hey, Melody. Melody wrote the best piece on Facebook the other day that I had read in a long time about some issues with gun control. And it was really great. She's a real smart lady, and she wrote something that was pretty cool. And, you know, I
Just think about that, guns. We have these guns to kill each other with.
do you know what they're doing now? This makes me want to get sick. Yeah, guns are killing each other. But they're making backpacks that literally are bulletproof for children so that they have a shield. to wear to school. Now, is this?
I don't get that. What
So
if they
we're gonna make a
shoot 'em in the
backpack.
head?
Well, yeah.
I don't get it.
But what I'm saying is, our country would, and probably the same people that make guns are making the backpacks with shields. So they're making money on both ends. But we would rather make a backpack with a bulletproof shield than take steps to try to take steps to alleviate the gun problem in this country.
Yeah.
That is a sad statement, and that's it. I can't do it. I'm going to get unfunny in a minute. I got to stop. I gotta stop. It's crazy.
Rhonda, it's like in our, I went to school in kind of a lower end neighborhood. It was like more like the ghetto. There was never no gun problems there because everybody had one. There was never no shootings because everybody would shoot back.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's like, it's wherever there's not enough guns, I think, is the
Well,
problem, you think?
I don't know. I don't
Or
know.
grenades. You got to have a few
Yeah,
grenades.
that's it. I just think there can be some regulations that protect children.
What kind of
especially
gun
from
did you
automatic.
own?
We have 4 guns.
See?
And
Ask
so,
me what kind of gun I have.
what kind of gun do you
I
have?
don't have a
Yeah. But I'm not opposed to guns.
I have
I'm
an
just
old Henry
opposed
gun.
to. I don't want to know about it. I'm just opposed to the ones that are automatic and can do so much damage. That's no one wants to take away everybody's gun. But
Like
there's
I've got a
rules.
semi-automatic.
Yeah, well, that's great.
You don't like the automatics?
Well,
What kind do you have?
I have
38 special.
We have 330. I have a 38 special
See?
snub nose, and I have 2 38s, and I have a shotgun and a 22 rifle,
So that's how you keep me away from going to your
and I have a
home.
little 22 pistol as well. So that's all of our guns. I admit it. But the pistol, the little pistol's for hiking in case I get lost. It's a problem, and the other arsenal is for my husband in case he pisses me off, and that's it.
The arsenal.
The alphabet name. Well, that's what Rick Klein said, that name was the alphabet name. So here's some more fun stuff in this book. I love these books, by the way. Did you know the phrase, often a bridesmaid and never a bride? Have you heard that? Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Do you know where that came from? Do anybody know where that came from?
No. Enlighten us, come on.
I'm just waiting to see if you know. I'm giving
No,
you a
I
chance.
said no.
I'm giving you a chance to really think.
I've always said I play second fiddle all the time.
Okay. The Listerine mouthwash commercial. It came from Listerine. That was an advertising slogan years ago when they first came out with Listerine. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, because you have bad breath, you stink. So there you go. Rick said
I've been talking all morning
Rich
long.
said we just need to enforce the laws we have, and I would agree with that. We do need to enforce the laws.
So what you're saying is the more complex the society, the more complex the laws?
Well, how about we just enforce the ones we have and start out with that?
Well, you
Then
have
we
to
can
make
add
them
some-
real complex.
No, they can be simple.
No, you have to make them complex. You have to put insurance on the gun you buy, like you buy insurance for your car.
You could
You
do
have to
that.
take all these classes like you do when you go learn how to
Yeah,
drive
that
a
would
car.
work.
Then, on top of it, you have to have a mental evaluation before you buy a gun.
Yeah, that should work. And then I wouldn't be able to have any of my guns. I'd give them all back.
Give them back.
Okay, so anyway, that's now here's another fun thing here. Let's see, I'm just marked these things because they're funny and they're weird. German is considered the sister language of English. Did you know that? Well, we're kind of a mix between the Latin roots and the Germanic roots, our languages, but it's kind of interesting, I think. The Naked Truth.
Oh, you like that stuff.
Oh yeah, this is going to
You've
be
been
fun.
so far. You've had sex in the Congo, or where were you having it?
Sex in the Congo.
Where was it? Sex somewhere.
It was Bolivia,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Colombia.
Now we got some naked truth.
It was Bolivia, Colombia.
Now we got some naked truth.
It's
to
Naked
this.
Truth. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna tell you first of all. Do you know what the word mafia stands for? This is the truth about it. The naked truth about the word mafia. Do you know what it stands for? No. It stands for Morta alla Francia, Italia annala. And what that means
They're
is
gonna annihilate you. The mouth.
death to French is Italy's cry. Death to the French is Italy's cry. That's what it started out with because they were a group of freedom fighters that basically hundreds and hundreds of years ago that were going against France. So Morta alla Francia, Italia annala. That's what that means. And then it became the Costa Nostra and it became the mafia to what we know today, but that's the originality of it.
The Costa Nostra? I thought that was Latin, Hispanics.
It's
Well, that's what they told me anyway
Yeah.
when I joined.
Well, it started out with the Italians. They invented the mafia. And then it all went down from there. But anyway, they invented everything. You know that.
Tell us the naked truth.
The naked truth. Okay. Let's pick a naked truth out of here. What? A fumbleist. Do you know what a funambulist is? A funambulist.
A funambulist?
A funambulist. Anybody know what
Somebody
a funambulist
fumbles around when they're trying to have sex in Colombia.
No. A funambulist is a tightrope walker.
That's me every day.
That's weird,
We're
isn't it?
walking on
Yeah.
eggshells.
Yeah, walking on eggshells. Do you know what a castrated rooster is called? It's a capon, just in case anybody was wondering. Okay, he's whispering.
Castrated rooster.
Okay, no wonder we're fat. This is a section called No Wonder We're Fat. I'm going to talk
Is
about
it
this.
about that fat they're going to get me?
Yeah, wasn't that disgusting? Fatberg.
Look at what Rhonda's talking about. Fat burgers, castrated roosters, and sex in Colombia.
Hey, Columbia, I can't get over that article. That's like,
You're
wow.
still thinking about sex, huh?
I mean, it's
Are you
just
still thinking about
Yeah,
sex?
no,
Be
I'm
honest
thinking
with me.
about-
Are you thinking about
I'm
sex? Come
thinking
on.
about the
Level with me, Rhonda.
that they went out and announced that you shouldn't do that because of the heat wave. I think that's the funniest thing ever. Rick Clinch said, for sale, French gun, dropped once, never fired. Who's on that side? We got anybody over there? Say hi to.
I'm going to refresh it.
I'm going to refresh it. We've got all kinds of folks. Okay, no wonder we're fat. We're speaking of the Americans, the international camera. Those people are thin. It's just us, though, because we just, indulge and indulge and indulge. During your lifetime, you will eat 60,000 pounds of food. The average person,
my goodness.
American, will eat 60,000 pounds of food, which is the weight of 6 elephants. 6 elephants. Can you imagine? Some people eat like 7 elephants, I'm pretty sure. The average American, get this one, chews 190 sticks of gum, drinks 600 sodas and 800 gallons of water, and eats 135 pounds of sugar and 19 pounds of cereal per year. This is making me sick. This is disgusting. Now, everyone's going to know this. What do you think the biggest selling food in a restaurant is in the United States? Number 1 selling food in the United States.
Steak. Fish.
Mm-mm.
Shrimp.
No, it's nothing healthy. For God's sake.
Hamburgers.
Look at our country. Have you seen these
Hamburgers.
people at Walmart?
Hamburgers.
That's like, no, it's French fries. You're close. French fries.
You like French fries?
I love French fries. Oh my God, yeah. That's
You like them smothered with
No,
hot green chili?
I just like. Oh, I might. I love.
See,
green,
you stopped
I stopped.
short.
I love green chili.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love green chili, and I carry at least 10 extra pounds because of French fries, and I carry another 10 extra pounds because of ice cream.
I
that's-
love ice cream
Oh
too.
God. And then Mexican food adds a few pounds to my.
Now, do they say ice cream is a aphrodisiac?
I don't know.
So
do
you eat
they?
a lot of ice cream?
I don't think it's an aphrodisiac. Do you? Nah.
Yeah, ice cream and chocolate.
Well, I guess it depends on what.
Did you know that?
I'm
You
not going
tried
to say
it
what
out.
I was going to say. I'm stopping.
Go ahead.
I know.
Well, I had you there. I almost pulled
You
you in.
almost pulled me in. I stopped. I stopped. I
I
stopped.
almost had her.
I
keep
stopped. Paula Brawler. Hi, Paula. Oh my God. Yeah, I almost said something really bad. It just
Almost.
boom.
I pulled her into this R-rated show.
You almost got me there, and I'm trying to behave. Okay, I'm struggling, but it's a daily struggle. But
It's a WTF show here on KUHS.
I'm going to the 12
with
steps.
Rhonda Sheya.
I'm in the 12 steps of behavior program. Step 1, admit you're an ass. Step 2.
Step number 2.
Step number 2.
That's as far as she's gotten.
Yeah.
Mm.
Step number
See,
2.
that would really be a good show.
A 12-step program to get over being an idiot. Yeah.
An idiot.
Yeah, it's like, and then let's see. So step 1, admit you're an ass. Step 2, realize that not everybody gets your humor. Step 3, what would that
Go
be?
ahead.
Never get your own radio show.
Like Rhonda
Yeah.
done. And never get O. Henry with her.
Yeah, that's right. That's a biggie. I'm not sure. I'm trying to clean up my act. So
Oh, yes. Now that one is a downright flat lie.
well, it's been 0 minutes since I've heard a lie because I haven't had on President Trump. So I had to make my own up. It's like I missed him. And speaking of that, oh my goodness, I've got some news from Washington, so we'll do one.
You got to do the news.
This is, oh yeah, I got to do the news thing because it's Washington. Wait, let me see what's on the radio. Oh my God, I love this song. Natural Woman. Okay, Carole King wrote it and Aretha Franklin sang it like nobody's business. Okay, anyway, Washington. Wait, gotta do it. Washington, standing firm in his commitment to one of the nation's guiding principles, Attorney General Jeff Sessions went on record Wednesday vowing to protect the deeply held religious bigotry of all Americans. Dating back to colonial times, America has been a place where individuals are free to live in accordance with their own personal prejudices. And I am dedicated to ensuring that our people retain the right to discriminate against others based on their religion. And Sessions condemning what he described as secular trends with society that threaten the freedom to treat people as second-class citizens if they adhere to a different faith or no faith at all. I was raised in a devoutly intolerant household, so I understand the importance of being allowed to hate in whatever way one sees fit. To me, that's what being American is all about. In the closing remarks, Sessions warned that surrendering the right to discrimination according to religion could start a slippery slope, and ends with Americans losing their sacred right to discriminate according to gender, sexual orientation, and even race. Sad but true, right? I wish that was, I mean, that's from The Onion, so it's supposed to be fake news, but unfortunately, all that legislation that's crossing the line is making that more of a real news story than fake. So. All right, anyway, back to this craziness. Here we go. What'd you think of that, Henry? Do you love Jeff Sessions?
I don't even know who the man is.
You don't know the Attorney
I've never
General?
met him.
Oh, isn't he weird looking?
Yes.
He's like a little puppet.
He is. A big one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's definitely a puppet. That's definitely the right word. Okay, so what do you think?
What kind of world do they really live in?
I don't know. I don't even want to. You know, I'm just having some fun with them, and that's it. We're going to move on. I'm not going to do too much political. Just enough. Just enough, because it makes me crazy.
You know, when you were in school and you went to some of the sock hops.
Oh yeah, the sock
Yeah,
hops.
tell me about those. I mean, would you wait in the corner for this cute guy to come and ask you to dance?
In a corner?
Or you'd be right out front?
I would never wait in a corner for anybody.
I would just
In
ask.
a corner? Who would wait in a corner?
Well, some girls would.
Well, usually when I went, I already had a date. But
Oh, serious.
Well, I'd go with a group of girls, and we were going to meet a group of guys there, you know. So, and then
You always had it going on.
well,
I was the one in the corner waiting.
well, you know, I was in theater, and you know, and the theater guys all like to dance and everything, and so you know, if we all even went in a group, everybody would be dancing and having fun, and most of the time you'd have a date or you'd have somebody you were going to meet there or something, you know. But yeah,
Well, some have it all.
I don't know about that, but but once in a while you'd stand. No, roller skating. When I'd go to the roller skating rink, sometimes I'd wait for couples skate. Do you ever do that? Remember that couples skate?
Oh, you did that too?
Yeah, I loved that. I would do that to this day. That was so much fun. And
You still know how to
I
skate?
got my
you think?
first kiss. My first kiss behind the roller skating rink. And,
So you were over there making out like
It was
this.
just a little kiss. Yeah. It was just a little kiss. My 6th grade year. I think I was 12 or 13. I can't remember. 12. Maybe 11 because I was 11 and 6. I don't know. It was, you know, that 6th grade year. It was behind the roller skating rink. And there was this
You were making
boy,
out behind the roller skating
and,
rink.
well, I was walking home with the boy that I went roller skating with.
He says,
And
"Let's
he
go
leaned
behind."
over and he gave me a kiss.
And he took you behind the roller skating rink.
Well, we were walking back to our house, which was over the river and through the woods behind the roller skating rink.
So he took you through the woods.
Yeah.
So you were in the woods making out.
And he was the only kid that age that actually had a little mustache. He was so good looking. He had like
So
little
he was-
facial hair.
he was-
Not a lot.
He
just
was
like 3
tickling your face.
But
too,
he
like,
was he was a little bit more
mature.
yeah, because I think he had flunked, you know, school like 3 times.
So he was like 23
he was
years
like
old.
23 in the 6th grade. But other than that, you know, I remember 6th grade. It was 4 of the best years of my life. But anyway,
Whatever, huh?
yeah, and so anyway, God, I can't remember his name now. I was thinking of it. I don't remember it. But anyway, he gave me my first kiss. Then I went back to school because that was on a Saturday, and I went back to school that next Monday, and I told everybody, oh my God, here's Dwayne. What the heck was his name? I can't remember now. Anyway, by whoever. And they were all like, oh. And then it all went downhill from there.
It was all straight down.
Yep. But that was my very first kiss, and I'll never forget it. It was cute. And we went to the roller skating rink in Arvada, and they didn't have a really good rink. What they had was a gym, and they had clamp-on skates. So you'd rent the skates, you'd clamp them on your shoes, and you'd skate around holding hands. You know, just
Wow.
it was really fun. Oh, Rick, there's a message from Rich. You slut.
I didn't go there with her. See, I was being real clean in there.
He called me
She
a
looks
slut.
at me like I was trying to be clean in here.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Because if I say anything like that to her, it's
Oh,
like,
hey, I've known Rich.
you know,
We've
she'll
known
give
Rich
me
forever.
a bitch slap, and I will never forget.
Rich actually was Mr. Colorado how many times? 3? And the last one he took when he was close to 60. He is an amazing bodybuilder and a dear friend of my husband's, and has been since they were probably 13 years old. So anyway, great guy, and his wife Lori is one of my best friends. So he can call me a slut if he wants to. I forgive him.
You slut.
You slut. You kissed a boy behind the roller skating rink.
That is way too funny.
That is funny. There's Sue Weaver. Hi, Sue. How are you? She's in Illinois. We've got people from all over. And who's on that camera?
This one
It's just not refreshing, is it?
it will, but
We're gonna say hi to everybody.
I know.
Don't want to leave anybody out in there. So, what's your favorite what's your favorite Aretha Franklin song? What do you think?
What was the one that she sang that she redid of at the Kennedy Center?
Oh, that was Natural Woman, Carole
Yes,
King.
I
That was
love
pretty
that song. Carole King did it, and she did it, and Carole King was in the audience, and
It brought tears to Carol's eyes.
everybody's like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
She just walked out there real, just
I know
smooth.
that
and
was great.
I really like that song. Which one do you like?
Rich says he's just kidding. I know you're
No,
kidding.
you're not.
I know,
No, you're
okay,
not.
Rich. It's all right.
You slut.
Henry, quit talking about
No,
yourself.
she. I got to say it then.
Quit talking about yourself. I'm too old for that. I don't know what you are when you're my age, but it's not a slut.
No, you're
It's kind of a
happy.
sloth.
No,
You sloth.
you slog.
Yeah. There's got to be a word for,
No, there isn't. You're happy.
Yeah.
You happy.
Oh my
How
God.
come it's like that? When you're young, it's like you're all, and then when you're older, it's like, yeah,
I don't know, because you don't care anymore.
you don't care.
You're already
Doesn't mean
wrecked.
that- You're
wrecked. I mean, what?
You're wrecked.
This is totally. What did somebody tell me the other day? Like,
You're busted up. You're wrecked.
yeah, said having children, kind of ruins you. And they said, yeah, it's like chicken slowly pecking your eyes out every day having kids. And I mean, oh my God, my kids. I don't even want to. They're. I love them so much, but they are absolutely. Our house was insane. There's just no.
Not my house. I mean, I had 3 sons.
Yeah, I bet.
There was nothing.
I met your sons.
Yeah, just because I went downstairs and there's 3 girls sneaking in through the window. It was nothing.
Oh God, your wife should get a medal between your 3 boys and you. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that.
Everybody tells me
Bro,
that.
you need a
Don't
medal.
tell it.
You need a medal.
You got to know how she is, man. She comes out swinging.
I'll bet she does. She'd have to.
She has one of those balls with the things all over. She swings it around. Boom!
You'd have to come out swinging in that house. Oh my God, that's like my husband. He was so overwhelmed with girls. I mean, he was just
Bless
oh,
his
crap.
heart.
And one of the funniest stories was one day when I was telling somebody this.
Were you
the other
guys
day.
whining Wilhelmina's?
Yeah. One day, he went into the laundry room, which that in of itself was a very strange thing for him to do because he never did anything like that. So he didn't know what the room was apparently, and he walked into the laundry room and saw these machines and went, "Oh, what's that?" And I had been doing laundry, and I had thrown the dryer stuff into the basket on top of the thing, and there was some underwear on there. And he picks up a pair of underwear, and it was really cute. And he went, "Oh," and he looks at me, and I go, "Those are your daughters." And he went, dropped him. I swear to God.
Those are your daughters.
He ran out of the house. He turned red, just ran out of the house. That was it. It was like, oops.
Well, what'd you wear? Big Mama
Giant
bloomers?
big bras. Here, these are mine. How's that, honey?
You like these ones? Here.
Big mamas.
Did
Remember
I
those?
ever tell you I worked at the panty factory?
You did not.
I did.
Oh, you're making this up.
No, let me tell you, I really had a
Oh,
job
really?
at the panty factory. I really did.
I don't even want to know.
No, let me tell you.
Okay, quick. We're
Okay.
almost out of time.
We are out of time. It's done. But let me tell you about this. You got to hear this one.
What?
I was a diesel fitter in the panty factory.
A diesel fitter?
Yeah, I worked at the end of the line there. And at the end of the line, as the panties came through,
Uh-huh.
I would put them on my head and I'd say, "Diesel fitter!"
You suckered me in.
Hey, easily.
That's really funny. That's,
I mean, it fit right in. I mean, you were
Oh,
talking
God.
about underwear. I mean,
Hey, so real quick, a blatant plug, and then I know we have to go. A blatant plug for my new show. Starting September 1st, I have a new show. They'll be doing this one also, but the new show is called Boost Power Radio with a co-host, Betsy Wiersma. And Betsy and I will be on every other Saturday, the same Saturday that the WTF is on. And that show has no politics or anything like that, and it's not nasty.
why do you look at me? We weren't being nasty. You slut.
You're going to get it.
Oh, really? When?
Okay. I take that back. Okay, that's bad. Okay, when? Now you're making me blush. Okay, anyway, oh, that's hard to do too.
And then the heat over is start rising
Are
in
we in
Denver.
Boca? Are we in Boca, Columbia? No. Anyway, quickly, I have a new show. It's
Okay,
coming
hurry,
out
come
September-
on.
It's coming September 1st. New show, September 1. And it's on 10 o'clock in the mornings, same every other Saturday, the same as WTF. It's called Boost Power Radio. We'll be talking to women who are really making an impact here and around the world. It's good news, good times, all kinds of tips to recharge, replug in, and just jumpstart your week.
Your
and
sex
your day.
life, too.
There will be some of that. We do have a sex therapist we're going to be talking to, and we have doctors on the first show is September 1st from St. Anthony North, and they are going to be talking about labor and Labor Day and some of the cool things about women's health. So that'll be our first show, and that'll be on
Really big shoe.
Really big show. Did you get that?
Really
I
big
did like Ed
shoe.
Sullivan. Did you notice?
Really big
show. It'll be our first show. And that'll be on September 1st. So tune into that one and plug into that and recharge and reboost with Boost Power Radio. And I will catch you in 2 weeks on the WTF, and we'll be playing. We'll be back to the normal show, and I'll be posting the Aretha Franklin feed on my Facebook page as well. Thank you for tuning in. This is Rhonda Sheya. Good night.